Okay guys, welcome to my back garden. Today we're going to be looking at some footwork patterns for the wide forehand. The patterns are going to be looking at how to stay stable whilst playing the ball, but in particular getting yourself in a great position to recover, because we all know getting back to the middle is going to be super important. We'll have a look at 3 different patterns, and we're going to go through a few stages each time, and I'll give you some time to practice each go. You'll also be able to see a link to some pros doing the job, Nadal and Federer. They'll do a much better job than me, so make sure you take a look at that. Good luck practicing. So all the patterns we're going to look at today, I'm going to be doing right-handed. All you left-handers out there, you can also do these. Just switch your feet around, think of it like a mirror. The first move we're going to be looking at is using a crossover step. Again, all of these patterns, you can use them to stay balanced and also get yourself in a great recovery position. They'll also work with your different techniques. So I'll be using my forehand technique. We're really looking from the hips down. So to get started, what I'd like everyone to do is you're going to get into your what I call one position. So you've locked and loaded your forehand. So mine's going to be out here. I want you to put some weight on your right leg. Again, left-handers, that'll be your left leg. For us right-handers, it's going to be down here. So you're going to put some weight down on the leg. I'm imagining that I'm playing the ball here. Now, at the moment, we're going to imagine I'm already out wide. So I'm not going to do any movement wide. I'm just going to stay in the same position. I'm going to get my locked position, load on my right leg. Now, as I'm going to move, I'm going to push my right leg out wide, so to the right. As I do that, I'm going to start swinging my shot, swinging my normal forehand technique. And as I do that, I'm going to use a crossover step. So I'll push off with my right, then I'll land on the floor with my left, then my right. It'll look something like this. So I'm loaded, I push off, cross, left, right. Just come back again. So here we go, loaded with my right, push down, my one position, I push off with my right, land, left, right. What I'd like you to do, guys, is to get in that position and just keep trying that. So in the same spot, you don't have to wait for me to say it, just get load, push off, land. This is very much an open stance shot. So again, I'm playing the ball in this direction, I'm loaded here and across. Now, rather than do it at the same tempo as me and while I'm talking, just keep repeating it. Get used to that pattern. Okay guys, next step is we're going to add some recovery in. One of the most important things about getting your footwork patterns right is that you're in a position where you're balanced enough to recover back for the next shot. That's why all those top pros, Nadal, Federer, Serena, Murray, they're always back in position as quick as they can be. So we're going to do the same pattern. We're still loading here. We're not going to be on the move too much yet. We're still repeating the shot. But what I'd like you to do is hold a big crossover stride in back to the middle. So this is my middle here. The rest of the court, my backhand side's over there off camera. This is my out wide. So we're just going to practice being in that position. Same movement. Now from here, in this balanced position, I'm going to take a really big crossover step, so I'm already back in my ready position. Now in reality, I wouldn't be back in the middle straight away, I'd be out wide. It would be a longer run, but we're going to practice that first step. We're going to practice the move, first step. Again, move, first step. Now what I want you to do, guys, I want you to have a little play around. I want you to do what I've been doing, which is still facing forward as you cross over. But I also want you to see if you can turn that into a run as well. So I'm in an open stance position, getting to here, and actually turning into a run step. So I've got one where it's a crossover step facing forward. But if I'm really out wide, I might be needing to go here, down low, turning into a run step. To show those again, so same position, loaded right leg, push, left, right, crossover. I'm getting as far across as I can, then a run step instead. So I go down low, load, right leg, left, right, run step, back to the middle. Okay guys, let's get that repeated lots and lots of times, good volume. Here we go. Hopefully your surface isn't gravel like mine. Good job, guys. Okay, now we've mastered that, we're going to push our boundaries a little bit and go a little bit wider. Now, I'm limited by my shed down there. You might be limited by your garden, or even you're in your living room. So just do it as wide as you can. So what we're going to do now, rather than starting in this position, I'm going to start chasing the ball out wide. For me, that's only going to be a couple of steps. Once I've taken a couple of steps, I'm going to use my momentum to take my foot into that right move and then get into my crossover and recovery. So I'll do a bit slower first. I'm going to take a couple of steps. Now I'm going to set. Now I'm going to go. Then the big recovery step. Okay, so let's do that again. I've turned a couple of running steps. There's my set now. And here we go, crossover, back into that position. Okay, now let's just keep repeating. I'm going to do 5 or 6. You do as many as you can. If you're feeling fit, really go for it. So here we go. A couple of steps, down and across. Reset again. Go into the run, down, crossover. There we go. I'll just do one more. Step down. There we go. Keep practicing that. There's not just one way to do any shot in tennis. There's lots of different styles, and there's lots of different footwork patterns. We're going to look at another one that's, again, open stance. Open stance because often if you're staying open, you can get a longer reach and you can be more balanced. So before, we were taking off our right foot and then we're using our left and right to balance. You'll see a lot of players just use their one leg, just their outside leg. So they'll be getting across in an open stance. Again, they'll load on their right leg, me being a right-hander. And from this position, they'll get airborne and they will land on their right foot again. So that's what we're going to practice first. We're just going to get down on our right leg. We're just going to push up in the air. We're going to shift a little bit wide. I'm going to land on our right leg. And what I'd like you to do at the moment, guys, is just to hold that position to show your balance. So it's going to be here, you push off, you're going to hold. I only just managed it then. I'm sure you guys will do better. So here we go. There, hold. There, hold. Do try and keep moving across as you go. So you're not just doing it stationary, because we're practicing a wide shot. So we need to be on the move a little bit. Set wide, set with that right leg, and move and hold. You want a real challenge, see if you can hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Got work. So just like before, guys, we're going to now look at the recovery. And at first, we're just looking at the first step. So as you can imagine, from this position, we've landed on our right leg. So we're going to use our right leg again to push back into the middle of the court. Again, picture that this is out wide, the middle of the court's back there somewhere, so this is my first step. So I'm going to load up, do the same footwork, I'm going to push, I'm going to land. Now from here, I need to push again, so my first step is just a normal side step. Now you'll see later on that will transfer into a bit of a run or a crossover, but at first all we're going to do is we're going to go here, right leg, land on right, push back. We're going to go right, land, push. Now I want you to make that push step as hard as fast as you can. So it's not just drifting back in, you want to get back that first step as quick as you can. That's the advantage of landing on my right leg, is that I'm already seeing the court. If I can get back in quickly, I can cover the move. Let's go again. Here, right leg, land on right, push. You can exaggerate it a little bit as you push. Down low, right leg, go. Down low, right leg, go. Keep practicing that one. Pause the video if you want to keep practicing it. Then as you feel comfortable, just take a little bit further step. So you're just going to add a second step of recovery now. I'm still going to load up, I'm still going to land on my right, I'm still going to push and land on my left, but then I'm going to add the second one as a crossover. Be down here, I'm going to land, push, crossover. Okay, so just showing you that from over here. I was in that position, I've landed, I pushed to here, I then cross over, and then getting back to the middle. Here we go, ready? So, I'd start a little bit wider, right foot, land my right, push off, crossover. Start a little bit wider, right foot's down, land on the right, crossover. Start wider, right foot down, land on the right, push, crossover. Now if you're doing this really well, that push and crossover won't be 2 events, it will just be 1. So I'm not here, I'm not pushing, landing, and then going. From that position, it's a push, step, cross. And I'm really starting to travel fast. So let's now try and push the boundaries again. Again, using the distance you have, you're going to be running to a ball. You're going to be getting as far as you can. Near the end of your run, that's where you're going to load into that open stance position. We're going to swing, then let's see how quickly you can get back in there. If you're lucky enough to have someone throwing a ball to you, or someone who is a partner, or if you've got enough space, you can even play a shot at the end of these. And if you want a test of how quickly you can get back, if they can throw the ball back before you can get there, that's a good sign. But you want to get back as quick as you can. So it will look something like this. Moving out wide, hold there, push, cross over. I'm starting to get a split step in as well because I'm actually back to the middle. Here we go. Moving out wide, right foot, push, cross over, back in there. Okay, I said 5 or 6 last time, I'm going to do 3 in a row. It's quite hard work. Why don't you guys do 3 in a row, take a break, and then go again. The more you can do this, the better. It just gets the pattern built in. So here we go. Moving across. Right, push, cross. Number 2. Moving across. Right, push, cross. Last one for me. You guys keep going. Run, right, push, cross. There we go. Keep repeating that. And if you want to, if you're feeling up to it, you could start mixing the 2 together. So we've done 2 so far. So you could go from this position, across, moving there, crossover step, straight into your crossover, followed straight away by moving across, right, step and crossover. The difference between the 2, some of it's preference. You'll see Nadal do this one a lot more, particularly as his follow through comes around here sometimes. You'll see Federer do the crossover a lot more, particularly because his contact point's a bit further in front. Both have good value, so practice them both. So this shot I've introduced as a wide forehand, but often you'll hear about it called a running forehand. Some of the best highlights you'll see on YouTube, or if you're watching Wimbledon next year, you'll see them on the highlights because they're very exciting shots. This last pattern, the word running does come into it quite a lot. The difference being is I'm going to end up in a closed stance while I'm still moving. Now the thing we want to avoid with this shot, so I'm going in that direction, as I'm playing the ball, I don't want to carry on too far. So if I'm in my widest position here, and I'm playing, when I keep moving, at the top level, that ball's coming back in court too quickly, I'm not going to get there. So I need a system to stop myself. So in the open stance we've used this, crossover, and we've also used right leg and then right leg again. Both of those are stopping my movement. This time, maybe I prefer closed stance, or I'm even on such a stretch that I haven't got there, I haven't been able to put that next step in. So I'm going to still be on the move. So as I'm moving across, I'm going to get there, still on the run. As I said, I want to avoid keep moving. So what we're going to practice, apologies for showing you my back, I'm going to be on the run, left foot's down now, right foot for you left-handers. And as I play, I'm going to be playing, the goal of getting my right foot down there. It's like a pivot. So instead of just running through and then losing my balance, I'm going to be running. There's that last run set, and I'm going to pivot. I'm in that position. And you'll have guessed it by now, I'm in a position where I can recover from. You'll probably see that I won't be able to push off too hard, so I'm going to have to use a crossover. Okay, so the first practice, same as we've done before. We're going to get in this position this time. So you're like you're on a run. Imagine you're starting a race. So ready to start a race. But instead of doing a full start of a race, all I'm going to do, have my racket ready. I'm going to push with my left, get in that pivot. With my left, and pivot. Now, whilst you're practicing these things, I haven't mentioned it yet. Probably should have mentioned it earlier. Do try and imagine that you are playing. So no shots like this. No just slapping away. Try and keep your shape. So I'm in there. And again, that running stance. Make sure you're strong when you land. If you're not strong, if you're feeble here or here, you're not going to be able to push off anyway. Let's keep repeating that. Down, pivot. I just hit a winner, by the way. Down, pivot. One more. Running position and pivot. Nice work. So if you've been watching along this video, you know what's going to be happening next. We're going to get that first recovery step in. And hopefully, from the first two patterns, this will come quite naturally. Because if you're doing this move correctly, from that running position, from that pivot, I'm here, it's obvious what to do now. I'm in a strong position to cross over and back. So I won't talk too much, let's just get going. Running position, and crossover. Okay, running position, and crossover. Keep it going. Again, if you've got someone to throw your ball, fantastic. If not, just keep repeating. Don't wait for me to speak, keep them going. Now, because I'm on the gravel, I'm starting to slide a little bit too. Not necessarily on purpose, but you'll see a lot of techniques will include the slide. We won't go into that today. That's for future lessons. If you're on a hard surface, if you're some players that we coach, you might be sliding, but most of you will have a firm footing. So you'll be here, solid footing, and go. Good job. So last up, guys, we're going to be moving as wide as we can. As I said, this one is on the run, so we're going to be playing it during our run. It's the way we stop that's really important, the way we decelerate. I could just keep on running. I shouldn't. There's a wall in the way, and that's why I'm even more important. Why we're going to get that stop in. That right leg's really going to stop you. So to do this, you are going to start facing forward because that's how you'll be doing. You could be coming from off screen and just charging straight across, but we're going to be playing from this position. You're going to go, you're going to get into a split step, you're going to turn and start running. You're then going to get that left foot across, pivot onto your right, crossover back. So you're going to go run, pivot, crossover, back. Okay, I'll repeat that a little bit slower. So we're here, running, running, running. There's my left foot, there's the shot, there's the pivot, there's the crossover. Okay, here we go. And again, running, left foot down, pivot, crossover. One more time. Here we go. Split step, run, left foot, crossover. Good work. And the more space you've got, the more speed you can add in there. If you've got small space, mine's relatively small, yours might be even smaller. Just keep repeating the important bit of the footwork, the bit that's helping you balance, the bit that's helping you get back into the middle. There's one piece of footwork that we're not going to go through, and that's just the footwork that just happens. The ball's out wide. More important than any of these bits of footwork is that you get the ball. So if your ball's out wide, rather than thinking about all these patterns, sometimes you just got to get it back. Great clip of Nadal, full speed, he's running, hits it, loses his balance, but he has still got the awareness to get back in there. So sometimes, guys, just get that ball back. Hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, there's clips attached at the bottom under the Instagram. Have a look at those. But to be honest, get on YouTube and look yourself. Every match is going to have wide forehands in there. You'll spot the footworks, you'll see slight variations, and hopefully you'll find out what works for you best. As you practice these, remember, make sure you're always using a good technique. So not just slapping your hand around, let's get in those positions and really work. Always remember they're about balance during the shot, and they're also about stability on recovery. And when you do recover, let's really push back to the middle. No point in me landing in a great position, I'm just going to stand here and not get back. Anyway, good luck guys, stay home, stay safe, see you soon.